wanna go home tonight, but all the people came and paid to see a show tonight. My anxiety is starting to go away. When I start to overthink, then I start to overdrink. It's better than sober me. I can't loud enough. The voices in my head can't shout. There's a loud sound, so I pour another round. Round and round. Baymax, the bright lights. Cats flash, pass by. Just wanna go home tonight, but all the people came here to see a show tonight. The girl in the mirror's not the girl I know. Hiding in the bathroom with her head down low. I just wanna go home tonight, but all the people came here to see a show tonight. So good morning, good morning, good morning. I didn't leave for court yet because of this breaking news story. Shout outs to Morgan Raleigh and Jukebox Bully. That's one of the artists that we work with. But this is interesting. This is so interesting. I didn't even share the link, but this is so interesting for the defendant's case. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yes, today is the continuation. This would be day 7. The continuation of the trial of federal trial, civil trial of Cardi B versus Tasha K. Well, it looks like these new developments might change the energy in the courtroom this morning because Tasha K is scheduled to get on the stand in her defense. And interestingly enough, her attorney, who's going to be examining her, has actually been bashed by her own client. I don't know if this is a form of cyberbullying. Did you cyberbully your attorney too? But in any event, this is some interesting developments in the case. So back in June of last year, Tasha K went on to her attorney's review page on Google and decided to post a very interesting comment, a review about her attorney. And you have to remember, this was last year when Tasha K was losing in her countersuit against Cardi B. Now, some will look at this I guess review admission by Tasha K as maybe a opportunity for Tasha K to appeal in the event of a verdict against her. Well, here's the problem. That was last year, June 5th, 2021. The fact that she made it public, she had an opportunity to seek different counsel. When you have openly admitted that you don't have confidence in your attorney, and you had at minimum 6 months to change up your game plan, you didn't. So I don't know that she would be able to seek any type of grievance from the bar association. This is a really interesting case, and I said this early on that this case has so many twists and turns, and the fact that Judge William Ray II has already admonished her the co-counsel Sadir Sabak and threatened to hold him in contempt of court yesterday. This is not good. But here's the problem for Tasha K. When you knew, and first before we go into some of the problems that I see with this posting, we're going to analyze this. I'm going to read this verbatim. And this is from the words of Tasha K. And this was posted June 5th, 2021. She says, very disappointed with the attorney. I hired her to represent me in a defamation case, but I will have to seek another attorney. Olga has, on several occasions, shown up to court unprepared and unfamiliar with the facts of the case. She advised me to file a countersuit. Please, why are people calling me? Know that I'm online. Stop it. Please stop doing that. You see me on. No one calls me this early in the morning. Anyway, I'm sorry, but someone just tried to call me while I'm online. I'm going to fix that right now, guys. Just let me pause for this. Let me put this do not disturb on because this is some tea. I don't drink. I drink wine, but we're not going to do this on. This is not a wine occasion, so we just going to hold that for a second. Okay. She advised me to file a countersuit, which I did, but it is clear now that that was not the best move. After advising me to countersue, she then doubled back and dropped several counts in the countersuit. So why did she advise me to file it in the first place? Hmm. At the last hearing, she was stuttering and tripping over her words. Well, she wasn't the only one from my account of what happened in the courtroom, but I digress. So at the last hearing, she was stuttering and tripping over her words, and it was embarrassing. An attorney is supposed to exude confidence in their client, but it's like she is not fighting to win the case. She's just going through the motions and showing up to court. After paying her thousands of dollars over the past 3 years, this case has been dragging on. I'm no better off. I'm counting my losses and moving on. I will not be using this attorney again. Wow. Wow. Just wow. Well, clearly, you're using her. Clearly, you haven't moved on. And I agree. You're all going through the motions and delaying what is what can't be perceived as, oh man, a stall tactic. What can be perceived as a stall tactic. So Tasha Case actually bashed her own civil defense attorney, but she had the opportunity to find a different attorney, but she decided to move forward. Is this like very bizarre? She's in court on a defamation case and she slandered her attorney online. Amazing. This is just amazing, guys. This is incredible. How do you sit next to, how does the attorney sit next to a client that has openly bashed her? Incredible. Guys, share this video. Now, this is a time when the client turns out to be the worst witness for her own defense. Now, was she trying to signal to, what else is interesting is she has a very popular social media platform. And she usually posts things, on a social media platform. But for some reason, she didn't post this. She didn't post this. And she probably assumed that the internet detectives wouldn't find this piece of ridicule that she had against her attorney. So this puts things in context. So now you are trying to put your case in chief on, and the person that's going to be examining you is the person that you bashed online. Incredible. But I'm here for it. I ain't going to be in that courtroom, and I'm going to watch the awkwardness that will definitely occur. And like I said, the attorney wasn't the only one that was stuttering, that was fumbling. So if that was a part of the pretrial preparation, then you both are in sync right now. You both are in sync. And you know what is even more incredible? You have another attorney there who's getting blished and blasted by the judge. And I saw exchange, and I thought this was weird. And now I'm thinking, is the attorneys trying to lose this case? Because it was a motion being argued by co-counsel Sadir Sabak. And when the judge says to this attorney that, why didn't you review this evidence, and why are you looking for the plaintiffs to help you clean up the evidence? So I'm like, okay, so you have co-counsel there. You guys didn't strategize or even consider that this would be the response from the judge. But Olga notably said when the judge was uh, basically admonishing the lawyer, he said, "Well, Your Honor, I, really really we do have the parts that we're looking for, but so how did your co-counsel say you already know where the pieces of evidence was in this video, but you're saying to the judge, you're undermining your co-counsel by saying, no, Your Honor, that's not right. You're saying that's not right, and your co-counsel sitting there. This is astonishing. This case, I promise you, when the chips settle, no matter which way the case go, just watching what's happening in this courtroom is just incredible. Shout outs to the lead attorney. He actually showed up yesterday in the courtroom, and his recap is very entertaining. So I didn't know this, and I'll be honest, I was covering another trial. I was covering the R. Kelly trial. So I did not know this evidence, not even evidence, but this post was made. And I'm thinking, like, wow. Because I probably would have had fun with that if I saw it back then. So I'm thinking, wow. So now you don't have confidence in your attorney, and you have went online and ridiculed your attorney and probably ruined her reputation based on your own admission. And then you go to trial with the same attorney. So what is your game plan right now? I would be very uncomfortable sitting next to you when the world knows you just called your attorney basically the worst attorney for this particular case. So I'm going to actually look at some of the comments because I had to get to court. But I thought it was very important that I sit here right now. I didn't want the wind blowing. I didn't want any distraction, anyone running in videos, and none of that. I didn't want none of that. I just wanted to talk about this. And I would just say that if anyone has any doubt, no, it's not going to be a mistrial. First of all, you can't have a mistrial when you knowingly went inside to court with the attorney that you bashed. It's not going to be a mistrial. I mean, I don't care whatever. That's not even a strategy because the judge is going to say, Miss Keeby, you've already stated that on record, online, that you are not happy with this attorney. You had 6 months to move forward with a different attorney. So what happened? Because your money's long, allegedly. So what happened? What happened? Because you did 6 months, you have enough time to put a game plan on. This is just incredible. And I've never seen in my 30 years a case with so many distractions. And I would just say, Olga, I don't know, Olga. I don't know how you're going to do it, Olga. But your client don't believe in you. And she's going to be on a witness stand thinking in the back of her mind that you're just not competent enough to represent her. And it's just weird. It's a weird situation. So I'm going to read a few of the comments. And I want to say, guys, I honest to God did not know that Tasha Keeby, was that. I'm not going to call her out of her name. But who advised her to make that post? That was very emotional. And I think if I look at the post, it's probably done 2 or 3 in the morning. But that was just incredible. Like, when I say incredible, I've never seen it like this. Like, really. You were boasting on your platform that these were the best attorneys that, like, you were just really, building them up. But meanwhile, you were under your social media name, Tasha K. You were actually posting under Latasha Keeby. You wanted the legal community as well as the people that were seeking counsel not to use your attorney. But you're in the courtroom with that attorney. Incredible. So I'm gonna read a few comments before I get out of here, guys, because I'm definitely front and center today. I want to see this. So I'm also curious about. She said something in that post about she dropped counts in this countersuit. But when you listen to what she said, she's also who filed the complaint. Because you said that your attorney said to file this counterclaim. So it sounds like, did you file a counterclaim and your attorney looked it over and said, okay, this looks good? What happened? This is just Hold on a second. This is just amazing. I'm going to pull this up again. I just got to read this again. I got to read some of this again because this is just amazing. She says, Olga has on several occasions shown up to court unprepared and unfamiliar with the facts of the case. Maybe Olga realized the facts of the case might not been to your benefit. Perhaps that might have been her reason why she didn't present what you thought was a case. That's a possibility as well. Not that I'm defending the lawyer, but I have to defer to the lawyer's reasoning. And perhaps, I'm not saying that she did, but maybe they were milking the train, the money train. Who knows? I can't say that. But I would just say that a lawyer knowingly representing the client, knowing the client's bashing her online, why else would you sit with that? Why else would you even, you should have stepped down as an attorney when you knew your client didn't have no confidence over you. But were you getting the paper? Was that the incentive? Because I definitely wouldn't have a client that is bashing me because I would not feel comfortable in my profession. And so it's just insane that these two women are walking in. I'm going to tell you something else, guys. They're not walking close to each other. So they may start hugging today, just, as a deflection. I don't know what's going to go on, but wow. This is just incredible. Let's see. Let me see something else she said that stood out for me. So why did she advise me to file it in the first place? So you filed it or did the lawyer file it? I'm curious. You're saying a lot right now. Did the lawyer file it or did you file it and the lawyer just rubber stamped it? Interesting. Because I'm going to tell you guys, probably 95, 98% of the motions that they have filed, not the motions, but the arguments they have filed with as it relates to evidence, the judge has denied it to be entered into this trial. That should tell me that you guys are going down. This is a train wreck right now. This is a train wreck of epic proportion. Your client doesn't have confidence in you, and it sounds like from your client, you don't have confidence in her. What is this? Amateur night at the Apollo? What the hell is going on? I don't believe this. Man, after paying anyone thousands of dollars and you realize you're not getting what you paid for, why are you still paying? You don't even have you have no recourse with in my opinion, with appealing based on ineffective counsel, because you said before you got in the courtroom that she was ineffective. So where's your claim going to be with that? I don't see an ineffective counsel claim happening because you had June 5th, you posted this, June 5th, 2021, that your counsel wasn't qualified to represent you, essentially. And you said, I'm counting my losses and moving on. Well, it doesn't sound like you're moving on just yet. And we don't know what those losses are going to be, but they will be counted, assuming you lose. And I didn't make this up. This is her words. I probably would have advised her not to say that. I probably, as a media professional, would have advised her that's probably not the smartest thing to say about your lawyers. That's not even nice. That is mean-spirited. I mean, you had this type of mean spirit for your attorney that's representing you. I mean, I would probably say that, I'm not saying these lawyers would do it, but what incentive do they have to help you win this case when you basically just probably ruined their career? So I don't know what incentive they have to help you win this case. I know one thing, watching Cardi's lawyers, they're a team. They're moving as a team. They're moving in one direction. They're moving for the win. And that's just my opinion. And I haven't really heard the judge say anything that was like questioning Cardi's lawyers for their legal professionalism. I haven't heard anything like that. But this here, I don't know if the judge even seen this. I don't know if the judge even seen this. And I do remember during pretrial motions, I heard a recording where the judge had basically sent Tasha K a signal. Your attorneys are messing up, and you still move forward. So let me think about this for a second. Let me try to make sense of this. So you paid them thousands of dollars. They had a requirement if you decided to seek up the counsel to turn over the files. Now, when you bring in a new counsel, you can get an adjournment to extend the case so you can have a better game plan. That didn't happen. Now, guess what? You are now in the midst of a fight. There's no chances for the judge to say, hold on, we're going to allow you to get another attorney because this newly discovered post has changed the direction of the case. No, it hasn't changed the direction of the case. As a matter of fact, it's going in the direction that it's meant to go in. Now, guess what? This is going to be your own headache. You had the opportunity to remove the post as a damage control. You could have removed the post, and I'm sure Cardi issued an apology, and I'm sure Cardi would have probably accepted it. But you decided that you believed that you had a game plan, and you think that because you believe this, that the legal minds would put forth that in your trial. Well, apparently Olga felt like, no, what you believe is not really what it is going to have, what it's going to take to win this case. And I think that for you to move forward with that attorney, knowing what you knew, it's your problem. It is not her problem. Just make sure you keep paying that money because she's amassing I don't know what your lawyers are charging you, but just know you got to keep paying that bread. And if you don't pay the bread, they too will come after you for money's not paid because you're in the mix of a trial right now. So you're going to have to pay your attorneys one way or another, or they too will come after you. So you don't bash them. They're sitting next to you. I couldn't sit next to you in the courtroom. After reading what you said about me like this, yeah, I couldn't sit next to you. Not at all. Just incredible. So now this stands to reason why you are feeling uncomfortable on the stand and you're, hitting the mic and doing things that felt kind of awkward. It stands to reason why you're doing that now. And guys, I'm going to tell you, I never saw this post. Someone sent it to me late night and I went to sleep, I went to sleep kind of early. But when I looked at my phone and I saw this, I'm like, and I wanted to make sure that this wasn't one of those fake posts. But it's on the review page, and she's used her real name. And what did she think she was going to accomplish by bashing her attorney? Can someone tell me what did she think she was going to accomplish by bashing her attorney? That's almost like being in a relationship and your man or your woman cheated on you, but you're still in the relationship expecting a different result. It's just insane. It's insane. You've bashed, you've cheated on your man or your woman, and you know that this is not good, but you still go back in the situation. Incredible, guys. Incredible. But I gotta get to the court, guys. I just wanted to get on here. I wanted to talk to you guys, but I gotta get to the court because this is looking like this is going to be interesting. This is going to be so interesting. And I have others in the courtroom right now, but this is just, it's the gift that keeps giving. This is the gift that keeps giving. And it's not, and most of the stuff that Miss Kibi is going through, it's a direct result of her mouth and her words. And I would just say that brace for impact. That's all I can say. Brace for impact. Anyway, I'm Dennis Byron. I'm heading to the court, guys. The next time you see me, I'll be outside the courtroom. Outside the courtroom because we can't bring cameras in. If you guys, again, I said this on my Instagram page. If you guys are going to cover what I'm reporting, make sure you give proper credit. And just, you can't say they said, you say according to whoever you got your source from. And I'm seeing that right now. And I think I haven't really invested a lot of time in looking at everyone's particular reporting. But I would just say that it shows you have integrity when you source where you get your information from, because people know that someone said it, but you just can't say they said. You got to actually say according to the, if it's, unless it's a confidential source. But if it's a reporter making a report, then you have to say according to this reporter and or this outlet that has made the that you got the information from. And it just shows that you know you're being honest about your reporting. And you can still be entertaining, just report the story and source your where you got the information from. That's all. All right, let me read a quick few questions. Let's see what time it is because I gotta get to the court. A little time. Okay, yeah, I got a little time. I got a little time. Oh my goodness, these comments are funny. Someone said Tasha K hates me. Don't hate me. And it's funny. I see a lot of that. You probably should be looking at the girl in the mirror, not the man in the mirror. R.I.P. Michael Jackson, but look at the girl in the mirror. Um, this is just incredible, and it's not like someone's manufacturing this information. This information is made available for anyone to see online. So don't be mad at me. And I'm reporting from what I see, and others are reporting same and similar. So don't be mad at me. You know, I might be a slight bit biased, and that's because of the fact of the history. But I still can be fair in reporting, and this is news gold. That post you made is news gold, and I think anyone that reads that can see that you might be your uh, you might be the one that is responsible for the things that are being reported about you. Well, someone said, and that's a good question. Are you sure Tasha wrote that Google review? Well, guess what? You know, IP tracking in its ways, it's different ways. So some of these things are made available to the public, but different ways to verify that came from Tasha K. It's easy to verify that. So if she came to, for example, she came and said in open court, "I never posted that," then guess what? The, you can subpoena the records. But if she doesn't say, "I never posted that," but you said things about the client that no one would know unless it was a part of the hearing. So yeah, no one's. Someone said no one's safe with Tasha. Tasha's not safe with Tasha, in my opinion. Oh, excuse me, guys. I got to go back. I saw some shout outs to Spit and Fire. Thank you, Spit and Fire. Appreciate good reporting. Appreciate you, Spit and Fire. I did see something else coming through here, and I'm going to find it here. I saw something else here. Hold on. I saw someone else that did a super chat. Let me find that super chat. Let me find that super chat. Someone else did a super chat. I got to show them some love here. Guys, I'm not a, a YouTuber, and so when I miss, like these super chats coming in, I do apologize, and I'm definitely going to If someone could tell me who sent the other super chat, um, I would appreciate it. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. I seen this. I'm not going. This while this is not a super chat. I'm going to read this question because someone's putting that out there. Are you receiving any money or form of gratification from Cardi B or her affiliates? Do you or your magazine have a backdoor deal with Cardi B, her management, or her record distributor? I said this before in the video, and I'll say it again just for the people in the back. No one from Cardi's team is paying me to cover this case. And I would just put that out there that because I saw people are trying to, uh, what's coming out in the corner, usually just, I don't know if you went to high school or college or have some kind of common sense. If you're looking at the reporting by multiple people, the words and the evidence that's coming out is a result of the defendant's testimony. So don't try to deflect from the story when the story is quite obvious. Everyone has a different style of reporting. Everyone has a different style of reporting. Now, one part of that question, uh, the word I saw gratification. Um, I don't gratify in anyone's misery or destruction. I just like to point out when someone's doing things that is abusive to others, and I know what cyberbullying looks like. I know what cyberbullying looks like. And some of you that might be hit in this comment section might be also guilty of cyberbullying. I would just say that I stand on the fact that everything I've seen coming from this particular individual, it borders on cyberbullying. And we have to call it what it is. I'm not going to bash her. I'm actually feeling sorry for her that she's going down this path when she didn't have to. And I think there's a bigger picture here. And I think if the people around her could tell her that this is not a good look, but sometimes people will leech off of you and they won't tell you. I know times that where I've seen artists, rap artists, or musical artists that have done some of the most despicable things, and the people directly behind them don't even try to pull their coattails. Say, hey, listen, maybe you should do it this way. One of the things I do, if I feel someone's doing something wrong and I'm working for them, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to say this. I would advise you probably to do it this way. But if you just doing it for the bag, that bag is going to be short and you're not going to have it long. I've had clients for 12, 15 years. Why? Because I was honest with them. And sometimes some people can't take honesty and they'll be their own train wreck. So at the end of the day, watch the trial. And if you have any question about the information coming out of the courtroom, bring your behind to the court. That's all you have to do. Come with a notebook and a pen and bring your behind to the court. Stop questioning the reporting if you're not going to do the work. That's all I have. I got to go.